Hi, seventh graders. It's your teacher, Mrs. Sala, and today we will review Chapter 5 for your test that you all will be having on Monday. Chapter 5 review. Chapter 5 was over adjectives, so we will discuss adjectives, review comparing with adjectives, more adjectives, articles, possessives, and proper adjectives. So what exactly are adjectives? Well, adjectives are defined by your book as words that modify nouns. We all know that nouns are person, places, or things. Adjectives tell us what kind, which one, how many, or who about the noun they modify. For example, in the sentence, Sarah grabbed the green and teal backpack. Can you tell me which two adjectives modify the noun backpack? Green and teal are the adjectives because they modify the noun backpack. What is answered by green and teal is what kind. What you could ask yourself, what kind of backpack did Sarah grab? Sarah grabbed the green and teal backpack. What kind is answered in this sentence by the adjectives green and teal? Next example, I picked this grasshopper up on my way home. This is the adjective because it modifies the noun grasshopper. Which one is answered in this sentence by the adjective? You could ask yourself, which grasshopper was picked up on my way home? This grasshopper was picked up on my way home. And that will tell you that this answers which one. Next example. Carol looked at her watch for the third time. Third is the adjective because it modifies the noun time. How many is answered in this sentence by the adjective. You could ask yourself, how many times did Carol look at her watch? She looked at her watch for the third time. Third is the adjective. Next example, her job provides great benefits. Her is the adjective because it modifies the noun job. Whose is answered in this sentence by the adjective. You could ask yourself, whose job provides great benefits? Her job provides great benefits. As in the sentence previous, how many times did Carol look at her watch? Carol looked at her watch for the third time. Which grasshopper did I pick up on my way home? I picked up this grasshopper. What kind of backpack did Sarah grab? Sarah grabbed a green and teal backpack. Now we will compare with adjectives, and this is found in your text on page 105. There are two types of adjectives. There are regular adjectives as well as irregular adjectives. If you look at the chart below regular adjectives, you will see positive, comparative, and superlative. And if you look under irregular adjectives, you will also see the chart positive, comparative, and superlative. Also superlative. Either way you say it is totally fine with me. So let's first look at the chart under regular adjectives. As you can see, there is a pattern. We have cool for positive, cooler, and then coolest, weary, wearier, and weariest, beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. What is the pattern that you notice about the regular adjectives? If you said that they are all the same words, same root words, just with different endings, then you are correct. The only two that don't apply to that is when we look at the comparative and superlative for more beautiful and most beautiful. Now take a look at the irregular adjectives chart. We have good, better, best, many, more, most, bad, worse, worst. Now, what is the pattern that you notice in this chart? Are they all of the same root words or are they different words? If you said different words, you are correct. Good, better, and best can all be compared in adjectives. You have good, Kayla did a good job, but Mark was better, but the best was Tiffany. That's how you can compare irregular adjectives. It tells you which one was good, better, and best, how many there were there more, who had the most, how bad was it? Was it worse or was it the worst? So keep in mind with regular and irregular adjectives, there are differences. More adjectives. The three articles, aka the three amigos. These three words are the three most common adjectives: a, and the, or the, depending on what sentence you're reading. A and an are indefinite articles because they are general. For example, in the sentence, I went to a grocery store. Now, in that sentence, do you know which grocery store I went to? No, you don't. All you know is that I went to a grocery store, which makes it indefinite. The next sentence, I visited an observatory. Do you know which specific observatory I visited? No. And is also indefinite. Indefinite articles are non-specific. The next article, the or the, is a definite article. It points to something specific. For example, I sat on the chair. You know, I sat on the chair. Next example, I ran in the rock and roll marathon. This sentence tells you that I ran in the rock and roll marathon. Do you see how indefinite and definite articles are different? Indefinite are nonspecific. Definite articles are specific. Possessive adjectives. I believe possessive adjectives have a few of you confused because they are often mistaken or confused with possessive nouns. So let's go ahead and figure out what's the difference between possessive adjectives and possessive nouns. Possessive adjectives are used to show possession or ownership. Possessive adjectives are always located right before the noun. So just keep in your mind possessive adjective plus the noun. So possessive adjectives show possession or ownership in a sentence. Let's look at the examples. Her hair is very pretty. Your car is parked right there. Their parents are out of town. If you look at the chart to your right, you see we have the subjects listed: I, you, he, she, it, we, you, plural, they. And then we have the possessive adjectives for those subjects: my, your, his, her, its, our, yours, their. So if you have any of those possessive adjectives in a sentence that comes right before a noun, just know that that is a possessive adjective. Going back to our examples, we have her, which is in the chart, your, which is also in the chart, and their, which is in the chart. So do not confuse possessive adjectives with possessive nouns, which end in apostrophe s. If we have the sentence, Sarah's cup was really hot. Sarah's is not a possessive adjective. Sarah's is a possessive noun. If we change the sentence and said, her cup was very hot, now we have a possessive adjective, which would be her. I hope that clears up the difference between possessive adjectives and possessive nouns. Proper adjectives. Another one that may be commonly confused with proper nouns. Proper adjectives are always capitalized and come from proper nouns. If Victoria is the proper noun, Victorian is the proper adjective. If Mexico is the proper noun, Mexican is the proper adjective. let's look at a couple of examples. That way we can see exactly how we get proper adjectives from proper nouns. In the first sentence, Hannah visited the Japanese restaurant in her neighborhood. Japanese is the proper adjective for Japan. Japanese tells us which kind of restaurant Hannah visited. Second sentence, Manny stayed at the Norwegian ski resort. Norwegian is the proper adjective for Norway. Norwegian tells us what kind of ski resort he visited. Femi is a Christian. Christian is the proper adjective for Christ. Christian tells us what Femi is. Looking at the box above, proper adjectives are derived from proper nouns. Nations, regions, and religions are common qualities described by proper adjectives and always capitalized. So let's take a look and see what we went over in regards to our Chapter 5 test. Adjectives, comparing with adjectives, more adjectives, articles, possessive, and proper adjectives. Remember to take notes and also write down any questions that you may have. That way, when we get to class, we will be able to jump right into it and I can answer any questions that y'all may have. I have faith and believe that you guys will do excellent on the test. Remember, there are no sentence patterns. This test only deals with adjectives. Excuse me. I don't know why I want to keep calling it adjectives. It must be because I'm tired, but it is adjectives. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope this review helped. Have a good night. Bye-bye.